Good Thursday morning of the fourth week. We're continuing John is the 13th chapter. He says, when Jesus had washed the disciples' feet, he said to them, many men, I say to you, no slave is greater than his master, nor any messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you understand this, blessed are you if you do it. I'm not speaking to all of you of all he knows about Judas. I know those whom I have chosen, but so that the scriptures might be fulfilled, the one who ate my food has raised his heel against me. From now on, I'm telling you before it happens, so that when it happens, the crucifixion, you may believe that I am. In John's gospel, Christ is triumphantly divine on the cross. That's the genius in John. Okay? And he goes on, amen, I say to you, whoever receives the one I send receives me. I think of the church. Whoever receives the church receives me. And whoever receives me receives the one who sent me, the Father. You see? That's the architectonic in John's gospel. I see that so vividly in the life of the church. It doesn't say we're perfect at all, but it says we are holy. Flawed but holy. God is present in the life of the church, in her teaching, in the sacraments, in the full life of the church. I'd say even on the ball field, you see. And as we embrace the faith of the church, the preaching of the church, the presence of the church in our sacramental life, in the love we share with each other in the community, we are embracing Christ. I told you this, I know, a bunch of times. I think one of the most impressive things I learned, I experienced, not learned it, I experienced in the parish, and the truth be told, was the affection and love and the support that people had for each other. How they took care of each other, how they took care of their neighborhoods, how they coached the kids on the ball fields, in the gyms, men's club, the ladies' fidelity, how they took care of the life of the parish, and how when they learned of someone in need, how they responded, financially or through food or whatever it may be. They were active. They were active in their apostolic roles as Christians. See, their baptism, they lived their baptism. Did they do it innocently? Nope. I'm not making those claims. No. Were they free of sin and all the faults that go with humanity? No more than we are, than the clergy. We were all sinners. But they were faithful to their families. They were basically, fundamentally faithful to the gospel, is what I'm trying to say. And in so doing, they created a community, a church of love. The parish, I really saw that at Timmy's when I first got here 50 years ago. I thought, this is a parish. This is what it is to worship in common with the people of the parish, and how they looked out for each other, and how they knew each other, especially how they looked out for each other. They knew each other. They knew who was struggling, who wasn't. They looked out for the kids. They supported the school heroically. I mean it. It was a small parish, and a school is very expensive, and these people sacrificed, not only to pay the tuition, they sacrificed in various ways to raise money in support of the parish. I saw that. I was there. We'd have the fundraisers, the parish picnic. That was an experience, but they made a lot of money at that picnic, and that's went right into the school. You had to see it. It was all day long in the backyard. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was fun. And they came together, massive amount of work. They came together as a family. And they raised to the different, what do you call those things? Contests and this and that, whatever you call it. Bingo and this and that. They raised thousands of dollars, and they supported the church with it. They were faithful and loyal to the parish. That's really the truth. And I learned a lesson for that. I think it'd be a good lesson for bishops to learn if they've never been in a parish. Some of these guys have been in the chanceries all their career. Maybe, I don't know. I've been a university teacher. I wouldn't know any of this if I hadn't lived at St. Tim's those formative years. I still cash in on that experience. I don't have it anymore. Not like I did when I lived there between 75 and 76. That's the truth. And that is the life of the parish is a not only is it a religious entity, it is a neighborhood entity. And it's a bonding of families, it's a bonding of friends, neighborhood friends. It's the old-fashioned neighborhood, and the church provides that. I saw that. But what happens is often when they go to combined parishes, they lose huge numbers because they don't identify any longer with it. See, it's like somebody dramatically changed their neighborhood or moved to another neighborhood. I don't know how to put it. I'm failing at all this, but I think of it as so significant. We combined our three parishes, Mary Queen, St. Tim's, and Precious Blood. That should have pushed close to 1,000 families. I doubt we got even a third of that now. Church isn't full. I think people, maybe they went to other parishes, but I actually also think they walked away. I don't know. What I know is what it was like when it was vibrantly alive. I saw it in so many ways. Now, I'm not present to it the way I had been years and years ago. So I don't live in the parish. I live in an apartment. I go to work. I go to school. But I say Mass every morning, at 6:30. And there's 20, 25 people there. They're old-timers like me mostly. Not all, but most, vastly more. So I catch the memory. But I don't know on a Sunday. I have the 7 o'clock Mass on Sundays. Again, I don't know if I see the vibrancy again of what I saw 40 years ago when I first came here. Maybe this is true of all parishes and I'm exaggerating. It could be, but I feel the loss of that communal energy, that community energy. You had to be there 50 years ago. And I was converted by it because I had no use for parishes. I had an elitist mentality, okay? And when I came here, I said, my God, this is what it's all about. And I loved it. I fell in love with it. And I've been a part of it for 50 years. Right? But I also see, I'm not as engaged as I was, nowhere near it, okay? Because I don't live in it. And I think it was living in it, where I was eating supper and I heard the guys outside coaching their kids. I'd go out. Now I eat alone with my dog, Lily. You know what I mean? It's not the same. I'm not condemning or criticizing, but I am wondering. Because I think what's happened in so many ways, at least I think is happening, is that we've lost that sense of neighborhood. Perhaps it's just in our own area because we've closed so many parishes. I don't know. But I do know the parish is the life of a neighborhood. It brings people together, not only in worship, but in friendship. An active friendship of caring and supporting. I think it's the truth. When a parish is vitally alive, everyone, in a sense, draws life from it and gives life to it. And it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. Maybe I'm not being critical of what it is now because I don't see as I used to see. But I remember how vivid it was when I was actually living in the parish, living in the rectory. It was a conversional experience for me. I really discovered what the church is. It's the people of God who are believing and acting in support of each other together.